Welcome back to Cook's Coverage, where we're going to be going over everything pertaining to the NFL, including sports betting, redraft, and dynasty fantasy football formats. If any of that interests you, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or click that notification bell so you can figure out when I'm going to upload again, if ever. Today, we're going over the top 10 way too early, way too easy wide receiver receiving yard total props for the 2025 regular season. Starting off, we're going to go right in with the rookie, Tet McMillan. 825.5 yards is way too low for a rookie of this caliber. First of all, look at the last few seasons. Pick any of the wide receivers that went in the first round. Look at their yardage totals compared to this one. Then factor in that McMillan was heralded as the most NFL ready receiver of anyone in his draft class, not named Travis Hunter. Then throw in the fact that, Bryce Young is showing steady signs of improvement. Made some impressive throws this year that we didn't see in year one. Then also add in that, Bryce Young has already had one wide receiver achieve the 1,000 yard mark. It's the 33-year-old Adam Thielen. They play in a weak NFC South division. There's going to be a lot of favorable matchups. As usual, Panthers are going to have to throw a lot. Trust a new wide receiver one in Carolina. Another guy that's going to be a lot easier to trust, Ladd McConkey. He already cleared his total as a rookie, routinely got double-digit targets all the way down the stretch through the final games of the season. Amari and Hampton may be there. They may run the ball a bit more. But apart from fringe wide receiver 2s and 3s and a revolving door of tight ends, Justin Herbert's wide receiver 1 spot is completely unchallenged. Nobody's taking this guy's target share. Nobody's taking the volume. Nobody's stopping the production. Trust Ladd McConkey in year 2. Disclaimer, this line, this betting line was written down and recorded prior to Deebo Samuel showing up to training camp looking like he ate Deebo Samuels. It looks like Father Time is winning. The speed isn't there. The explosiveness isn't there. The athleticism is waning. Injuries are more of a concern than ever before. He's on a new team. Just don't. Just don't put your money on the fat man. That's all I can tell you. A guy that you can put your money on, though, is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jamar Chase was, by and large, the best wide receiver in football last year. The only dude that was comparable to him was Amon-Ra St. Brown. We're seeing amazing production and consistency out of this guy. He's a slot demon. He's still going to be playing on the best offense in the NFL. Jameson Williams is probably going to take a step forward this year, but I don't think that's enough to cause essentially a 200-yard drop. That's just this seems ridiculous. If you don't want to bet on the Justin Jeffersons and the Jamar Chases because their totals are too high, this is a good bargain for you right here if you want to see somebody smash the 1,100-yard mark. Another one that almost seems like a trap bet because it's so free is Jacoby Myers at 800.5 receiving yards. You would have to go back to the calendar year of 2020 before you could even start to find a season where Jacoby Myers didn't surpass this mark. I don't know what's happening here. He finally breaks out. He gets the target share that he's been, patiently waiting for, and he gets his first ever 1,000 receiving yard season. Is Ashton Genty? Yeah, they're probably going to run the ball more. Is Brock Bowers? Yeah, he's probably going to be getting his targets. Is Geno Smith a better quarterback? Yes. So he's got a better quarterback. He's going to have a veteran head coach. He's going to have a stable run game. Bowers is going to be there, but we just saw Jacoby Myers smash 800 yards with Brock Bowers also producing the best rookie tight end season of all time. Again, it seems like a trap bet. I'm taking the cheese, dude. Give me Jacoby Myers. Do not give me Devonta Smith, though. I like Devonta Smith coming out of Alabama. There's just simply too many things in the way. It has nothing to do with his talent. It's just the fact that, the Eagles are a run first team. There's no reason to change anything because they just won the Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley is still breathing. AJ Brown is still the primary target. Saquon's getting targets in the passing game. I just, he didn't hit this total last year unless there's one or two more big breakout games for him or some extended time miss from AJ Brown. And even then, there's going to be other players in fact that are factoring in here. I think it's not the right fit. It's not the right system. It's not the right place for Devonta Smith to get 850 yards at this point in time. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jackson Smith and Jigba is probably the most volatile wide receiver of the last 2 years, right? Finishes like wide receiver 41 in PPR as a rookie, comes back in 2024, same quarterback, still working alongside DK Metcalf, absolutely breaks out, right? Gets everything we're looking for. Gets the targets, gets 100 receptions, breaks the 1,000 receiving yard mark. YPC is solid. The only question marks surrounding him are now at the quarterback position. Is Sam Darnold a bit of a drop off? Sure. Is it the end of the world going from Geno Smith to Sam Darnold? No. At this point, at this time, yes. Are teams going to have their primary defenders on JSN now? Yes. Is he good enough to clear this number? Despite that, yes. This again, I mean, the guy just got 1,130 yards, and we're setting his line at 950 and a half. Like, it's the same thing as Jacoby Myers. So we're dropping this by almost 200 yards. What's going to happen to JSN? What do they know that I don't? I guess we'll find out, but I'm putting my money on JSN. Speaking of DK Metcalf, I waffled on this one back and forth. I initially had him under, and then I thought to myself, he cleared it last year despite, never quite truly living up to his potential in the eyes of a lot of fans. But if there was ever a quarterback who could unlock the full potential of DK Metcalf, would it not be Aaron Rodgers? This is more of a bet on there being just enough gas left in the tank of Aaron Rodgers than it is on DK Metcalf. You're betting more so that Aaron Rodgers can do for DK Metcalf what he did for Garrett Wilson last season. Give him the best receiving season of his career. May not be glamorous, may not be pretty, it didn't make headlines, but it happened. I think there's enough in the tank here that I'm willing to take DK Metcalf to clear 950 and a half again. Tread lightly. Do not tread lightly on George Pickens, though. I mean, at this point, it's not only just like the attitude and the personality issues that you have to worry about. It's legitimately Dak Prescott has not had two of his wide receivers produce 1,000 yards in the same season since 2019. It hasn't happened since CD Lamb has been in Dallas. I don't think that's going to change because of George Pickens. Is George Pickens a great pickup for Dallas, given, their lack of depth and kind of that lack of testosterone that they have on offense? Absolutely. Absolutely. If anything, it should be good for George Pickens. Takes the pressure off of him of being a wide receiver one, allows him to go under the wing of one of the best wide receivers in the league in CD Lamb, and kind of just chill the hell out, which is probably what his receiving yard total is going to do. So give me the under. Last but not least, his former teammate, though, former, newfound, newfound teammate, CD Lamb, is about as bankable as it gets. He's not Justin Jefferson, he's not Jamar Chase, but he's right there at him. He's right there at him. And, you may think like, oh, what if Dak Prescott gets hurt again? Well, we saw, when Andy Dalton was the lead of the team, they will feed CD Lamb even if it is detrimental to the final result of the game. They don't care. I think CD Lamb is, I mean, yeah, he's about as close as you can get to Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. And, his total isn't this large drop off or large disparity in numbers that everybody else seems to have, right? Jacoby Myers is off by 200 yards. Like, this is right there. He produces 1194 in 2024. He's at 1175 and a half for 2025. Unless he gets injured, this is one of the most phenomenal receiving prospects in the league. So don't overthink this. But again, these seem way too easy, and it's also way too early. But that's been this episode of Cook's Coverage, man. Hopefully y'all make some money. Good luck on your tickets. Bet responsibly. I'll see y'all in the next video.